Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Assassin's Creed. We ended the last recording right next to a citizen apparel, so we can start this one just doing it. I wish I was faster. It's strange to have to fight 3 more guys after doing practically the best you could. Oh, it's more than 3 guys because one of the guys is still seeing me.
Thank you, my boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
So, one of the things that I've realized is we're spending time on this. There's a little eagle crook in the nose on this hood, too. I haven't mentioned that, it's kind of silly. But we're spending a lot of time doing all of the saving the citizens and subquests, which I still think you should do, but
what happened here?
But we're not very far into the game, probably as far as we should be. I've wasted a considerable amount of time being silly collecting flags, even though I'm not going to actually bother to get all the flags. So I want to see if I can convince myself to speed it up. Let's see. Jeez. Let's get this. Where's this guy? This guy we're supposed to pickpocket. Must be right there. So let's take this. Come down here. Notice that the pickpockets have been
If the guard
super
won't
easy.
take action, it falls to us to do something.
What you propose is madness.
But necessary. How many more will we allow to go missing before the people take a stand?
It does not affect us.
Not yet. But if we continue to do nothing, it will.
And what do you propose?
I've watched the man. Learned everything there is to know about his operation. It's all here on a map I've made. He inspects his stock every day at the same time. This is when I'll strike.
So you have a piece of paper. It won't save you when you're discovered. Won't shield you from their swords and arrows.
If all goes well, it won't come to that. Anyway, it's a risk I'll have to take. Wish me luck, my friend.
Indeed. You'll need it.
So notice it wouldn't let me walk any closer.
God! He's a thief! Pay for your sins! Get away from me!
So I was just mentioned that it was too easy.
I see him! He's over there!
And what do? I failed. Let's drop down here. Reinitialize the memory. So maybe he's gonna be a little bit more cautious this time compared to the other people. There we go. In a lot of ways, I probably saved that guy's life simply by having him not do something stupid. That would get him killed. That's the closest to saving anyone's life in this game. In the video game world, you play a lot of video games as superheroes, and play as an assassin, as a person whose really only goal is just to kill people for not really great reasons, not really in the defense of lives, even though that's what he's saying, and that's what his master is saying. It really has nothing to do with it. Hey, there was a flag right on the line there. Let's wait till this guy turns around. You can get a little bit of a jump on him. Let's see, can I make that? I don't think I can. I think I'm gonna have to go this way. These hiding places don't get used very often, oddly enough. It's really strange how many of them are necessary to make the escape even possible when you get detected. And yet 95 to 99% of them I'd say you'd never even go into playing the game. You don't get caught that often. This way.
Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. I've much to say. That city is ours. Has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend it until death. The Crusaders
back up to this
must be
church.
destroyed.
Or is it over here? Oh, it's over there. Yeah, I think the church was one I already did.
Fires of war consume like a child. Thousands of lives are lost.
That guy's throwing a rock at me for no
All I
reason.
ask is for a few coins.
This is an honor to die in service to God.
Is there anything over here? Get these little courtyards, there's nothing in them. There is actually a massive amount of stuff in this game that doesn't matter. It's a strange thing to say. Palm trees. Interesting. And see, you don't know if palm trees are like something that would be in Jerusalem. Actually, I don't even know if those really are palm trees. They look like them to me, but or if maybe the animus is simply making it appear like palm trees because that's what Desmond, the person in the future, which we haven't seen any real story or progression there, is familiar with. Notice this point does not have a perch at all. The cross is the only synchronization. So they did want you to climb to the top of at least one cross. Of course now like if I jump here, it takes out 4 of my health. Where was I supposed to jump? This where this plant was? Prince of Persia eventually did have like a way you could drag a knife along the wall and slow yourself. Well, it wasn't along the wall, it was along, I think, draperies. Like here's a Templar. I guess we'll get a smattering of Templars. So it's like, get out! There's only 60 in the game, so that's 10% of them killed already. Where is this guy that wants to talk to me? Is he actually in the church? church? Do we go inside a building? That would be a little strange.
Hey! You look... Your presence annoys me. Go away!
What? Well, how do we get in there if you guys don't wanna let me in? I have a couple ways I can get in there. A couple tricks I know how to do. Doesn't seem like there is a way in the building otherwise. Alright, so double hidden blade just to get in there. There's a guard here, there's a guard here.
You've something to say? Your presence annoys me. Infidel die here!
Now, am I gonna be able to talk to this guy? That feels very much like it was pre-programmed. Sit on an empty bench. Eavesdrop.
Who saw what happened here? Kill him! There he goes! Stop him! You can't escape! I know you're hiding from me! Coward!
So can I sit here on this empty bench and reset everything?
Over here! You'll never get away! Come on, let's fight! Here! He's over here! You can't escape!
Where's the guy that's trying to kill me?
Fine!
Just let me sit on the bench. Here's a bench. Can I eavesdrop from this point?
God curse the one who's done this! Where are you?
This seems incredibly difficult.
Alright, where are you?
Notice how the guard just walks right over that.
God curse the one who's done this! Where are you?
He's a coward. If it wasn't for the money, I'd be long gone.
You're either stupid or blind. Maybe it's both.
How can you say that?
You didn't see what happened.
I saw well enough. Our
Everybody's
caravan was
freaking
attacked,
out.
and the first thing he did was flee.
No, he didn't run.
What are you talking about?
Do you forget what became of the men who attacked us?
Felled by our archers, thanks be to God.
Not our archers, him, alone.
So you're saying he saved us?
Yes, he headed for higher ground. Used his bow to kill them.
I had no idea.
The man's a master archer. You do well to remember that.
Well, that's not good news for me. So I like have no
Show
clue
yourself.
how you would do this fight or this investigation without getting caught and causing the mayhem that I've caused here. I imagine what it is going to be is I'm going to go free these.
Where is the one responsible for this?
Free this guy and then get scholars that would have walked me right into it.
We can do whatever we wish. Help! I need help!
Go away.
Please, anyone! Oh! Your life ends now. Heretic! You won't get away from me!
Come out of the way.
You'll never get away!
Now, I haven't experienced it in Assassin's Creed 1, but I recall in 2, you'd often start doing a assassin.
Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either.
A finishing move.
You've done me a kindness,
like
young
we
man.
just saw.
Be assured,
And the other enemies
won't
would not
forget it.
stop attacking you, so you would be stuck in this animation of doing a finishing move, and then all of a sudden the other guys are still hitting you and hurting you, which is just straight up bad programming. Alright, we need to go this way. I'm pretty sure you always acquire the maximum amount of throwing knives, but you may actually, after a while, be able to carry more. You are in future games, but as you could probably tell, I'm having a real difficult time remembering what was in the first game versus the second game versus the third, fourth, fifth, sixth. They all kind of can easily blend together in your mind. It's a shame that they ever release these games on an annual basis, and it's even a worse shame now that as I'm trying to recover them for my YouTube channel, or cover them for my YouTube channel, thus play them a second time.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
I'm going to have to cover them, I'm going to have to cover at least 2 or 3 Assassin's Creed games for a few years. I plan on covering at least 2 in 2016 if I can manage it. And if there's, I know they're not planning on releasing one in 2017, but that doesn't mean I won't end up playing a third. It would be kind of silly to skip to the newest game, but I will do it eventually if I am not caught up by that point. But I really would like to see the iterations, as every time they add something new, they try something different in Assassin's Creed. Some of it works, some of it doesn't, some of it gets forgotten about, some of it comes back. So it's a little strange here. It seems like I am going to have to figure out how to get into...
Go away!
Ooh. That's strange. They don't want me in that area.
What a strange
And that's
man.
a different area. I'm gonna have to get into the place where I think the assassination is gonna take place. Because there's a synchronization point there. Notice my life bar now is very close to what it was originally. Who's chasing me?
I'll have your hand for that! Instagal die! Don't let him get away!
Did Templar die?
I got you!
Nope, he didn't. go and knock all these guys off. They're apparently not far enough to kill them. It's odd, I'm getting the music, but as far as I can tell, where's the citizen?
The shaitan is everywhere, watching, waiting. He tempts us always.
Where are you, Citizen Imperial?
Strong like Salahadin, and take up arms against our enemies in whatever way you can.
Come on, Citizen Imperial, where are you?
The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor that will cost you your life service to God.
Alright, so I had to walk away.
There is no greater glory than this.
And it just resets that. So
You've something to say.
I've done nothing wrong.
Pay for your sins. Of our great civilization.
The city will know of your sacrifice.
We must resist. We must push back.
So there's 2 more citizens in peril. And they both have to be over in this section. And there's 2 more investigations. And they both have to be in that section.
There will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours. Has always
This might
been ours.
actually be a place where we have to
It is our duty
perform
to
an
defend it
assassination.
until death. The
I
Crusaders
don't remember.
must be destroyed.
It's very possible that you'll end up doing 2 in one area. So these guys are gonna nope, they're gonna be upset with me because I made it too. Run.
Keep up with him. Don't let him get away. You will not get away from me. I will catch you.
So I gotta break the line of sight.
Give up. You've nowhere to run. He won't get away. Find him. I found him. He's here.
Keep on climbing up. Come on, up. Doesn't want to climb for some reason.
What are you doing? Move. Look everywhere.
There, can't be going.
There. That is firing himself. Get him.
And he spotted me the second I got it.
Give up. You've nowhere to run. You need something? I'll get you! Get him! Get him!
Let me up this building.
I'll take you down!
Jump.
You cannot run forever! Down! After them! After him! Faster! You couldn't have gone far!
All the way up to the top of this building. I don't think there's anything more to this. I think you just get on top of this building and you synchronize. As we quickly run around this big dome. Yeah, it's nothing more to it. So this This may be a palace, this may be a mosque, this may be a church, I don't know. Right. With that synchronization, we know there's an Informer Escort challenge, an Informer Flag challenge, and then here's the Bureau, and then let's save the citizen first. Where's the citizen?
You should stop acting like a child.
And you would think that blending would work, but it doesn't. I could have made it to that.
Get him! Get him!
He won't get away!
Yeah, but did
You will
the
die
citizen
here.
of peril just leave? I believe they did.
How did you do that?
So I don't think I'm saving the citizen of peril. I think I'm just killing these guys.
Die, thief!
Yeah, and immediately it resets.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand
They
for
have
that!
no concern for their dead counterparts on the
Let us die!
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
One of the things is, I'm pretty sure Muslims pray 5 times daily or 3 times daily. I think it's 5. And they ring bells for when it's time for prayers. And if they were going to introduce a day-night cycle for this time, that would be kind of a cool feature. A lot of people would just go, why are the bells always ringing? But I think I already pit-pocketed them as much as I could. Nope, just didn't succeed at pit-pocketing even once. Just run back up to this guy. Like, I cannot pit-pocket him. I don't know why. And also, I do not know how to get out of this area without people being mad at me. It seems rather strange. This is kind of cool. Just a little fountain path. There's only one more citizen in peril. Let's see, I think I could probably just hop out this way. And nobody will be too upset with that. There we go. Former challenge.
There's nothing I do not have. You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that in a customer.
So, I believe this will be our second little race.
Is this the great Altair before me? What an honor. You must be here for a very important mission. Maybe I could help you. I have been eavesdropping and I have learned much. However, I have erred. I had some Masyaf flags to deliver to the Bureau leader, but I lost them when attacked by thugs. Could you find them for me? I must be back to my mentor before he returns from the market, so you must be fast as the wind.
Oh, that reminds me. I've been calling the city that the assassins live in Mastiff. It's Massia.
Just a few coins, please.
What a fool!
Doesn't really
No,
matter
please don't leave.
what you call it.
Just a few coins,
but-
please.
Where are these flags?
Useful at the other merchant stalls? That won't happen here.
Here's one.
What is that man thinking?
I don't think I'm gonna finish this if I'm not careful. Where are these other flags? It's like... There was one here. And then there's... here's one. This is more of a street race than
Strange, I've never seen someone do
I realized. Do I have enough time here?
I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish.
We got a minute 30. Falls like that certainly not gonna help.
Why would anyone do that?
Why would he do that?
Minute left. How many do we have left? Ooh. Pretty difficult jumps here. Next one's here. Here. I've got a minute though, and it seems like I've got plenty of time. Last one's down here, I think.
He should stop acting like a child.
That is great. I knew I could count on you, Master Altair. Here is what I learned from listening to the guards near the Dome of the Rock. They were talking about the man named Talal. They said he has many loyal followers, all of whom will readily give their lives for the man. If their master is in danger, they are sure to intervene, giving Talal time to escape. That is all I know. I hope my small contribution will help.
It feels very much like we need to drop down and assassinate this guy. It doesn't feel like you're going to have much success otherwise. So, that's the second race we've done, and even being totally lost, falling like 3 times, and really just taking my time, I still managed to do it perfectly fine.
Please, I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this? You want it? I've got heretic. Stop this, please.
So
You're
the
hurting
final...
me. Don't hurt me, please.
Weha.
Filthy heretic. Beat me down.
Got greedy. I do not think you can. I don't think it is possible to get 3 in a row.
Is that the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
So there's the scholars.
I know you're here somewhere. God save us! Someone
Again. That was not really my fault. I mean, I was sitting there trying to blend. You'd think blending would make you bulletproof.
Altair, it seems I've made some enemies. Al-Mualim asked that I shadow the slave trader, and I did, though not well enough. He discovered me, and I've been running from his men ever since. I need to get out of the city, but I can't do it alone. Help me, and I'll share what I've learned with you.
So, you should come to the realization at this point that they are rubbish assassins. Just in general. Every single assassin you've come up to has messed up in some way or another and needs your help.
I've been hit!
It'd be nice if I could throw 2 daggers, but I don't think you can do that in the first game. In the second game, they start adding 2 of everything, where you have double the hidden blades, and I think then you can throw 2 daggers at once. All I'm doing here is escorting. Here.
Them brothers!
I guess I should just stay on my sword attachment because these guys come running at me and I can't stealthily kill them. This game probably shouldn't have a sword. If you get down to the core of it and think that it's a game that really wants you to stealthily kill people. So having the fail sequence be that then you break out of stealth mode and then kill them with your sword is not very good at all.
Thank you, brother. Take this map. It lists Talar's hiding places. Useful information should that coward choose to run instead of fight. And from what I know of the man, run is what he'll do.
You've something to say?
So, that's not what I wanted. I wanted memory log. We've done all the viewpoints and we've saved all the citizens. So, on the map, the next spot is to go to the Assassin's Bureau and set up the assassination. And we'll probably in the next memory end up doing the same number of synchronizations. Maybe they narrow it down. Maybe there's, say, instead of 12 synchronizations and 12 citizens in peril, it becomes 6, and then it becomes like 3. That is a possibility. It would be kind of nice if it got to that, because the repetitiveness of this game is only hidden by the collectibles, and since I'm not really trying to get the collectibles, you start to realize that it's kind of the same things, the same 4 things in a row over and over again. Even with the collectibles, it then just becomes the same 5 things in a row over and over again. This is really where the story is failing. We've been playing for 2 hours and we've gotten very, very little story. Just little snippets about this slave trader and how he's gonna try and flee. It's a little Carmen Sandiego-ish even. It's like, well, we know the guy has red hair and he'll shoot you with a bow and he'll probably flee to these places, and here's a map. You're getting these little bits of information that don't even really matter, because most video game players, myself included, are not going to take heed of a single bit of the information. If the assassinations were truly difficult, since this game has no difficulty setting, if they were really, really difficult and I needed this information, then I needed to come back here and read it again. And I kind of wish... Ooh, there's an attachment. Ah, it's a map. Well, who knew that the Animus had attachments? So, yeah, we could use that information, but we're not going to. We don't need to. I didn't even know it had attachments.
Safety and peace, Malik. Your presence here deprives me of both. What do you want?
Al-Muallim has asked.
Ask that you perform some menial task in an effort to redeem yourself. So be out with it.
Very well. Here's what I know. He traffics in human lives, kidnapping Jerusalem citizens and selling them into slavery. His base is a warehouse located inside the Barbican, north of here. As we speak, he prepares a caravan for travel. I'll strike while he's inspecting his stock. If I can avoid his men, Talal himself should prove little challenge.
Little challenge? Listen to you. Such arrogance.
Are we finished? Are you satisfied with what I've learned?
No. But it will have to do.
They really don't like him. And I really don't get why they make such weird, detailed records of who they kill.
Rest, prepare, cry in the corner. Do whatever it is you do before a mission. Only make sure you do it quietly.
Fast forward in memory to a more recent.
So, if I was running an assassin's group, guess what I wouldn't have? I wouldn't have records. I wouldn't have guilds. I wouldn't have safe houses with logos on it. I wouldn't have a logo. I wouldn't have a name. Alright, so this guy is over here. In fact, if I was running an Assassin's Guild, it would be rather boring. Because there would be nobody talking about anything or communicating any information whatsoever that wasn't strictly need to know. Really, you know what I would do is if I was going to make an Assassin's Guild, I would start a pizza chain. Nobody questions a pizza delivery guy. You carry a pretty big box that could hold weapons or a bomb in it, or just poison pizza, for that matter. Nobody would really question a pizza guy in a hat, so you couldn't really see his face. It would be the perfect cover, really, in modern times. Of course, it wouldn't make any sense in Crusade times.
Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence?
So we still have a guy calling.
We must fight them in any way we can.
Notice that when you pickpocket the knife guys, they don't seem to really care. Apparently their bundles are just full of knives, so they don't even recognize it. And it would be nice if there was a little bit more diversity in the animation of people with the knives instead of just this one character.
I'm so hungry.
One
Just a
big
little
fat
longer,
guy
I beg of you.
in
No,
strange
you don't
outfit.
understand. I have nothing.
I am with you, my friend.
I'll have your head.
Here we go. We are here, and we want to get near. And honestly, it seems like you should be able to just climb up this ledge. switch over to throwing knives.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Waiting for this guy to turn around. Is that the guy?
That city is ours, has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend it until death. The Crusaders must be destroyed.
So I need to get into this building.
Curse him!
How can I get into
Curse
this
the
building?
Christian king and his army of
We've
infidels.
got some vigilantes.
They go against the will of
Here.
God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can.
So he's saying Christian king. So maybe Jerusalem at the time was under Muslim control. It went back and forth. That was an awkward jump. I would love to have like an assistant who I could hand this game off to and just say, get all the collectibles. You know what I want. Just do it. I know it's ridiculous and silly, but
we must end this before it has a chance to begin.
I wonder if I would get that same sense of satisfaction, or if I would care at all.
And it is our duty to defend it until death. The Crusaders must be destroyed. Be wary, friends. The Shaitan is everywhere, watching, waiting. He tempts us always. Be strong. And take up arms against our enemies.
Here we go.
The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives
So I
are
want to
lost
get on
in
top of
its
this
defense.
building
It seems a
and
tragedy,
hope
but I
that
say
there's some way
this is an
down.
honor to die in service to God. Fighting
You would
for what
think
we
all
believe
these
in.
hatches.
There is no greater glory than this. Praise thee, Salahadin! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake. The fighting war. The infidel king. We are all fight for the world. We must resist. We must push back.
Is there no way?
All I ask is for one. Please, can't you spare me something? I'm poor.
Like, you would assume that one of these hatches would be open or something.
So comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake.
But it's not the case.
Meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted,
Let's just walk in here.
favor with us.
What now, slaver?
Do not call me that. I only wish to help them, as I myself was helped.
You do no kindness imprisoning them like this.
Imprisoning them?
me.
I keep them
Save
safe,
me.
preparing them for the journey that lies ahead.
What journey? It is a life of servitude.
You know nothing. It was folly to even bring you here. To think that you might see and understand.
I understand well enough. Show yourself.
So, it's totally a fight. He knows I'm coming. And again, I wonder if I'm not just under the influence of seeing stuff that's just not true.
Ah, so you want to see the man who called you here?
You did not call me here. I came on my own.
Did you? Who unbarred the door? Cleared the path? Did you once raise your blade against a single man of mine, huh? No. All this I did for you. Step into the light then, and I will grant you one final favor.
Sure, let's let go. That's a
Now
good
I
face
stand
model.
before you. What is it you desire?
Come down here. Let us settle this with honor.
Why must it always come to violence? It seems I cannot help you, for you do not wish to help yourself. And I cannot allow my work to be threatened. You leave me no choice. You must die.
Meanwhile, you still can.
So we've got like the full alarm going off.
No more delays! Done with him!
Is he escaping right now as we speak, or should I be chasing after him? Or do I need to kill all these guys? Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing a big boss fight here, or if I'm just being led astray.
What's wrong with you? Keep him away from me!
So, yes, that was a boss fight. I guess I should have thrown a knife at him. Running low on health. Darn it. So I don't think throwing a knife at him is gonna do enough. Oops. Kill the civilian. There we go. My vigilantes helped.
Share your secrets with me.
Finally.
My part is plain. The Brotherhood is not so weak that my death will stop its work.
What brotherhood?
Al-Mualim is not the only one with designs upon the Holy Land. And that's all you'll have from me.
Then we are finished. Beg forgiveness from your god.
He's long abandoned us. Long abandoned the men and women I took into my arms.
What do you mean?
Beggars, whores, addicts, lepers. Do they strike you as proper slaves? Unfit for even the most menial tasks? No. I took them not to sell, but to save. And yet you'd kill us all. For no other reason than it was asked of you.
No. You profit from the war. From lives lost and broken.
Yes, you would think that, ignorant as you are. Wall off your mind. They say it's what your kind do best. Do you see the irony in all this? No, not yet, it seems. But you will.
So, yeah, there's some points getting made here that don't quite make sense. Like, why are they taking crazy people? Why are they not? Yeah, what are they really trying to do here? Some of it doesn't quite make sense. But there's little reason to even question it. And then another point to make is the Templars here are supposed to be a religious order, and this guy seems to feel abandoned by God. That seems a little strange. So I don't know if that is something you could say is unique to this one character, or systematic in Templar's beliefs in this story. There's another series I want to cover, and it would have been kind of nice if I could have scheduled it at the same time. There's a series called Broken Sword that's a point-and-click adventure game that somewhat deals with the Templars. While you're fighting spoiler alert for the very first game. It's a very old game too, but still worth looking at. So I could have had a thematic parallel there, fighting Templars in Assassin's Creed, fighting Templars in Broken Sword. Templars come up a lot in stories because they were just a secret organization, and they make good stories to base your historical fiction on. We're done, so let's do it.
Altair! Wonderful to see you return to us. And how fared the mission?
The deed is done. Talal is dead.
Oh, I know. In fact, the entire city knows! Have you forgotten the meaning of subtlety?
A skilled assassin ensures his work is noticed by the many.
No! A skilled assassin maintains control of his environment.
We can argue the details all you'd like, Malik. But the fact remains I've accomplished the task set to me by Al-Muallim.
Go then. Return to the old man. Let us see with whom he sides.
You and I are on the same side, Malik.
Is this the guy that we got the brother killed? I don't think so, but maybe. The target has been eliminated. Do we fast forward now to the cutscene of our leader of the Assassin's group, or do we come out of the
Damn it!
machine?
What's the problem now?
I'm getting weird temperature readings. I think the Animus is overheating.
Christ, it's always something. How long?
Too soon to tell.
These delays are unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress reports every hour.
It's gonna be a while, Desmond. Why don't you go lie down or something? Get some rest.
So, I guess we'll come back. Now, I cannot run, so following him will never work. Unfortunately. So they just get footage of me trying to escape, but unable to run. Nothing to play with over here, no files to read. So the Animus is overheating?
Why is he always yelling at you? It's his machine.
His theories. He's not the one who built it.
Who did? You?
No. Abstergo has a team of engineers. Not much they don't have. But I did oversee the assembly. Guess that's why he gets so angry with me.
He's a dick.
He's under a lot of pressure. We all are.
Can't believe you're defending the guy.
Warren saved my life, so if he wants to yell a little, let him.
get more. See, when you're kidnapped, which remember, this guy is kidnapped, it does make sense to talk to your kidnappers and try to humanize yourself and hopefully convince them not to kill you, which pretty much is exactly what they've said they were going to do. I don't think you ever actually get in that room, or the room beyond it.
What do you mean he saved your life?
You're not the only one who doesn't get to go home at night.
Wait, are you saying you're a prisoner?
When they first approached me, I was finishing up my PhD. The university had made it clear I had no future there. They didn't like the subject of my doctorate, called it pseudoscience. Said keeping me on would discredit and embarrass them. It was the same everywhere. Other universities, companies I interviewed with. Pretty soon I was out of money and out of time. I was this close to waiting tables. Then I got a letter.
From Vidic?
He said he'd been following my career since undergrad, that he believed in my work and wanted to meet to discuss my future. You have no idea how good it felt to hear that. So I met with him.
Wow.
What did I have to lose?
Face model.
And he offered you a job.
Pretty old.
Here at Abstergo, helping out on the Animus project. I'd have a chance to test my theories and prove the professor's wrong. How could I turn that down?
Think I'm missing the part where you became a prisoner.
Sometimes I wonder if they weren't behind it all. If they manipulated events so that I'd get desperate. They can do that. They can do anything. I didn't think when I agreed to come here. They even told me I'd be trapped. For 6 months, a year max. Once the product launched, there'd be no need for secrecy anymore. But until then, I'd be a guest of the company. At least, that's what they said.
And when the Animus was ready?
They came in while I was sleeping. 3 guys. Guns. They dragged me out of bed. God. The worst part is I knew them. One guy, Richard, we ate lunch together sometimes. And now he was gonna... They were cracking jokes. I tried to pull away. He hit me. And that's when he told me I was going to die.
Christ, what did you do?
Nothing. I kept telling myself it wasn't real. And then Warren was there, shouting at them to get away from me. And they listened.
Jesus.
He's not a happy man, Desmond. I wouldn't even say he's a good man, but he saved my life. They never came for me again, and he promised they never would.
You're still stuck here working for these nut jobs.
But I'm alive. Anyway, I really do need to get the Animus repaired. I'll see you tomorrow, Desmond.
What kind of ridiculous storyline that is. That is just like total ridiculous storyline. Look, the door even opened there.
Aren't you tired?
Telling us that to go in there. I bet we couldn't even walk in here unless we got the story. It's just...
What the hell? Someone's been in here.
It's just really, really silly. Now, I don't want to get too close to the bed. Let's see.
Looks like some kind of access code.
Yeah, towels on the floor. That's what I would do. I'd make a huge mess and be like, make the maid clean it up. So it locked him in. So we've gotten an access code. Let's check the emails. They're still watching me like crazy. And that's her pin. Which gets her into the computer. Alright, let's see. I think we've read all up to this point. So let's read this one. I'm sorry I'm not authorizing to discuss this employee under circumstances regarding her departure from the country. Inquire the death of a former employee named Layla Morano. I don't know, you were working here at the time. There apparently some kind of accident. Sincerely, Lucy. So she's asking about the person who died, she replaced, and she probably got killed. She killed herself. Something about a relationship with a kid named Newman. Don't dip your pen in the chimney ink. Now drop it. So look at this photo on the left of her ID compared to the face models you get. And the photo is still a little bit better. Now I still can't hack. Oh, I can hack into his computer, I guess. Access denied, okay. So the pin that we have won't get me into that computer. There's simply just not enough in this part of the game, this present time, for it to even be considered useful. Again, if they hadn't been so focused on achievements, if they hadn't made there be 300 plus collectibles in this game for achievements, this big old empty room could have had more in it. And they just didn't focus on that. And it's not even really as much the game creator's fault as it is Microsoft's fault. Microsoft introduced achievements. Sony PlayStation took a long time to introduce trophies and stuff after that, and they pushed it hard. Now I guess at the end of the day it is still the video game maker's fault, because I don't think they were completely required to have achievements, but they may have been actually. It's been so long, they may very well have been required to give some number of achievement points for every game they make. But that doesn't mean the video game player had to really work within that. You could have simply given achievement points for beating levels. Time to sleep again, and time to wrap up this level. He'll wake up on the other side of the bed again the following morning.
Rise and shine. We've got quite a day ahead of us.
You're in a good mood this morning.
Miss Stillman has made some modifications to the Animus. You should be able to remain inside even longer now.
And help you with your treasure hunt.
This is serious business, Mr. Miles. I don't think you fully appreciate the work that Abstergo does.
Maybe because I don't actually know what you people do.
We change the world. Every day, in 100 different ways. Did you know that nearly every single breakthrough of the past millennia, be it medical, mechanical, or philosophical, has come from Abstergo or its predecessors?
That's a bold claim, Doc. Think you might be exaggerating a bit?
Not in the slightest. Oh, we certainly don't take the credit. That would arouse far too much suspicion. We choose our beneficiaries with great care.
Why?
Isn't it obvious? It means we're in control.
But how? What makes you guys so special, so smart? That you happen to invent all these things while us mere mortals stumble around like idiots?
To be fair, we don't invent them. We find them.
Find them?
They're gifts, Mr. Miles. From those who came before. We'll have to continue this discussion later. Time's wasting.
So, on that thought, without getting into great spoilers, the stuff that you find
Morning, Desmond.
at the end of this game in no way connects to any kind of technology that you have to assume exists in this world. Assuming this is mostly like the real world, the world we live in, that would have computers, fly airplanes, and such. Wow, he's yelling at me already. There we go. Wow. Who knew it was going to be that easy? I can't access his computer quite yet. Can't talk to her. And so we are ready to go on to the next recording and the next part of the game. But yeah, to get back to the conversation, it's like airplanes, computers, microchips, FM transmitting, AM transmitting, microwaves, nuclear fusion. None of the technologies that have really changed in the past hundreds of years looks anything, not a million miles close to the item you find at the end of this game. So how Abstergo finds things and then sells them under shadow people, shadow corporations, doesn't make any sense at all. You kind of have to believe it though. They have this machine that can read genetic memory. If you're gonna follow the logic and believe any of this game, uh, it's so crazy. This story is so crazy. Anyways, we're running long, so that's gonna be it for this recording. Notice the pause screen is different because we're not in the Animus. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.